How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another ReZero group reaction here. We'll be watching two episodes, episode 46 and 47. As usual, I am with the guys, Zach and once again Dylan.
Hey.
There they are. Zach will probably be in the top left, Dylan top right. Tabor couldn't make it to this recording, but maybe in the future he'll be back, depending on what he wants to do. It has been a few weeks since we recorded, maybe a month by now. But we're recording this on May 8th. So hopefully I'll be able to get these two reactions out within a week or so. Since it's been a few weeks since we've watched the last episode, I'll give you guys a quick refresher, Dylan and Zach, on what happened. So in the last episode, the key points were basically it was a whole flashback, if you remember, with Roswaal, Beatrice, the original Ryuzu, and of course Pandora. Pandora was not there. I don't know where you got that from.
It was a couple episodes ago. It's been a while, as you said.
Yeah, we saw them, and the main things was, if you remember, the guy Hector showed up. It was like the devil of Melancholy or something. And the whole reason they... What was it?
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Hector. And the whole reason they needed the barrier was to keep him out. And so Ryuzu, I guess, sacrificed herself in the crystal to make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
And
okay.
I believe that means... I think Akidona lied to Subaru about the true meaning of the barrier. Because I think we were told a different reason way back then. It's been a while. I can't remember what exactly it was, but...
Maybe. I mean, that sounds like something she would do. But I don't remember the reason myself, but, maybe some of that will come up this time.
Maybe someone in the comments can refresh me on that, but...
Yeah,
then it was basically just Subaru and Otto, Garfield talking to Roswaal and trying to get him to surrender. And then Roswaal declares he doesn't need to, he has the upper hand. And because of the stuff at the mansion with Elsa and I believe the little girl's name was Maylie, Roswaal has them attacking the mansion, so I think he thinks he has the upper hand.
Do you think they're gonna go back to the mansion in the next couple episodes?
I think
the main characters.
I think they have to at some point. I think Emilia will have to stay behind and do I think there's 2 trials left for her to do.
Oh yeah, that was only the first trial. Alright, yeah, that would make sense.
And then Subaru and the others will go to the mansion and deal with that situation.
If they're going to the mansion, I don't know if there's going to be enough time to see Emilia's trials in the same couple episodes.
I'm not too sure how they're going to fit all this in, since we have, I think, 5 more episodes left.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot to fit in.
Maybe the next 2 trials are, like, short. Little things.
Maybe, I don't know. The last trial took, like, 5 episodes, so we'll see.
More like 2 or 3, but...
Well,
they might even just cut it out. They might just cut it out.
It's possible. I hope not. That
might show a little.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
But yeah. A couple other things. I know Tabor wanted to mention something in the last reaction, which was in the flashback, Roswaal had just normal colored eyes, in contrast to the current timeline right now, where he has different colored eyes.
He used to have the same color. They're like brown or something, right?
Yeah, just a pretty basic color, but now he's I think he's like blue and something else. I also want to mention one more thing during that last episode. As I was rewatching it, whenever the camera panned to Akidona, it never showed her eyes, her top half of her face.
Oh, so are her eyes like his old eyes?
Oh yeah. Do we remember what her eye color was when we did see her eyes?
I don't know, black.
I think yeah.
White maybe.
Black.
Okay, well, maybe I don't know.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much on it. But anytime they showed Echidna, they would never show like the top half of her face. So I don't know if there's some hidden meaning behind that.
It seems like every single thing in the show has like a hidden meaning to it, so I wouldn't be surprised. But it might not be what we think it is.
But yeah, I'm also pretty sure that's where the flashback ended. That's it. We're not gonna see anymore because in the novel, Ryuzushima says that's where her memories stop. So
okay,
I don't think we're gonna be getting any more flashbacks.
You never know with
to that scene at least.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously, there's gonna be more flashbacks. Yeah, I get what you're saying. All right.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get to see some good progress in the story now. Get a move on with things. Get some stuff happening. Subaru hasn't died in a while. I don't think he's gonna die, to be honest.
Oh, his death's coming up. His days are numbered.
I'm not feeling it.
Oh, maybe the show's turning around. There won't be any more.
No, season's gonna end with his death. I can see it.
Even though that's like the whole point of the show is that return by death thing. That's like a big part of it. So I assume before the end of the season, it's gonna happen at least once.
I don't know, I think we're gonna get a happy ending. So
that's
not happening.
The wrong show,
season 1 had a happy ending.
I don't think
right before some shit happened, but
happy ending maybe, but it's gonna happen at some point before the end of the season. This episode or next episode, he's going to die. I'm calling it.
Big claim by Mr. Zach here. We'll see if that happens.
I've been right before.
There we go.
That's good.
Beautiful. Reunion of Roars.
What's ReZero again?
What?
Don't even start.
It's been so long.
So this is gonna be about Garfield. I feel like.
Yeah, Reunion of Roars.
Yeah.
The description. Just kidding. It's not.
Don't read the description. Fucking.
I can't wait to maybe, but probably not, see the intro again.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Enough.
Episode 46, Reunion of Roars. Let's see what this episode has in store for us. Is the stream still going? Because I just tabbed
Yep.
Out. Yes. No, you're good.
All right, let's go. Okay.
Oh.
Garf was gonna go with Subaru to the mansion.
Oh, he's gonna leave the sanctuary.
Oh yeah. Can you just go through? Oh, that's right.
Oh.
I forgot about that. What?
Some infidelity.
What are those?
Looks like, I don't know, arm braces, probably.
Guess so. You're all geared up.
Got that arm. Got that drip.
Reinhard. Haven't heard about him in a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have to get there before.
I forgot it's only been like a day and a half.
I know,
since
they have like a few days, yeah.
This timeline's screwing me up so much, man.
two morons. Come on. So is Ram gonna stay?
I guess so, yeah. Oh, that's
Still a
what's-
bitch.
Got the pendant.
Oh,
Oh, so they're just going straight to the mansion
yeah, I guess so.
right
They gotta
now.
Getting
Beeline
shit
it.
rolling.
Yeah. Little Petra.
Yeah. Hopefully she lives in this one.
She better. Bro, we get an opening?
Intro.
Hell yeah.
What the hell?
I don't remember the song at all.
They're getting a little generous. It's like the second or third time they showed this opening.
I don't know if we deserve an opening again in the same season.
I'll vibe with it.
Yeah.
The opening has grown.
Who made it?
honest.
It's good. Who? Do you know who made this?
Who's singing it?
It
I
was.
think
It's not
the
Myth.
singer from Myth and Royd.
Is it the same
I don't-
person?
I think it's the singer from that band.
Okay, because I was gonna say I was sensing heavy vibes from the vocalist, but
Mhm.
I knew they, I know they broke up and all.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she came back or not, but still fantastic.
Yo, is he proposing?
That they broke up.
Oof. Oh,
So the three
Yeah.
idiots hitch the carriage on the. Oh, she's telling Emilia what's happening. Okay.
oh, does she not know?
She does now.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if she knows about that attack.
Oh, yeah. I think Subaru's really the only one that really knows about the attack.
What am I gonna do with them? Let's talk about the love thing. Did Subaru really mean it when he said he loved me? No.
No.
Bro, the amount of times this man has said that to her.
It's been a lot.
Does your return mean... best girl did it. Easy.
I mean, she was able to pass that. I don't know how she's not able to pass the
Rem's
rest.
best girl, Jordan.
Dylan, I won't even get into this.
Who's
Talk
Rem?
about this later. Damn.
Yeah, character development.
Got a lot of more respect for Emilia now.
Yeah.
Oh. Ram kind of knows what's going on with Roswaal, I guess. In the book.
Well, yeah.
The future, like him trying to get a certain end or whatever.
Well,
And he
you did see her a lot with him in the beginning of the show. Like, there'd be scenes where it's just him, like, stroking her hair and
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
and just talking to her. So I assume
Fucking
he
weird.
talked to her about a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I guess maybe she already was aware of that. His mission all along.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
she
think
didn't
Rem
really seem
was.
like she. Rem? No,
Not at all.
definitely. Is Rem the older sister? She's
I
the
don't
older
know.
sister, right? I feel like she.
I feel
is.
like Ram is older.
Rem, maybe. I don't know.
Ram.
Ram. Oh, Ram.
I
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not sure though.
Yeah, Well, not that it matters. Just curious. Anyways.
So it doesn't seem like she's just blindly trusting him or following him. I guess
No.
she just wants
Probably
the
just,
best
yeah, worried about.
for him, make the right choices. One, okay. Man.
Oh,
It's interesting to see Ram like that.
there it
Often,
is.
just
Oh,
snooping
damn, Ram. He
along.
heard you being soft.
Going back to
Oh,
him.
wow.
Oh,
What?
oh, Amelia's not taking no shit now.
What is Roswaal gonna do? I have no idea.
Oh. Manipulation.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Kind of telling her she's not. Oh my god.
There's that manipulation I was talking about.
You're right.
Gonna make her hate Subaru again.
Making her doubt herself.
And that's, yeah.
Are the same. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Knew it. Roswaal, get out of here. Like, you don't probably doesn't even want you. Okay.
He's low-key just a simp.
Yes. You are wrong.
Oh.
Emilia will snap back, don't worry.
Oh. Got him.
Yeah, he did actually. I don't know, brought her down a bit and lifted her back up. It was a little harsh,
Yeah. It worked though.
but she needed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, what you gonna do about it, Roswaal?
Well,
I'm waiting for him to whip out just like a knife and just fucking
Hold
end
on.
it.
something bad.
Hold up. What? All right. I thought Roswaal was gonna do something bad.
He is pretty sus, so I wouldn't be surprised.
But the world is going to its end, he says.
Yeah.
From the wrong path. That is the one thing.
Who's his teacher?
Eki
Is
Donut.
that Icky Donut? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Magic. He's doing the
are we
next
doing?
trial?
All right. Yeah, second trial. Might get to see that before Subaru gets to the mansion.
Maybe.
What if Ram's actually evil this whole time?
Yeah, what if Ram's just bullshitting that whole time?
What if she's like the true
The whole
villain
talk
of the
with
show?
Emilia?
Yeah.
Or just deceiving both Emilia and
Yeah. What?
and Roswaal?
In Roswaal? That would be amazing. She's like actually.
That'd
No,
be
it's too
a
much.
huge
That would be
left turn.
a theory we would never get off the topic of. So, but good theory.
I wonder when the bunnies are gonna come. Or the rabbits.
Oh, that might be the
'Cause
quote
Roswaal
unquote
summons
end of the
the-
world.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm.
The reason I took that bet was because it seemed like my best chance at getting my wish. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
is that really how high his voice is?
yeah.
Right, he trying to cop a fuel, Ram, run.
I feel like his voice should be lower.
What she really wants. Now, it won't tell us. Come on.
Oh.
ラムが協力するなら条件が3つあるわ。まず、ガーフの鼻っ柱をへし折るのには大賛成。ただし、鼻っ柱を潰した後はラムに任せてもらうわよ。わかりました。それからエミリア様よ。バルスに何とかさせなさい。そこは夏希さんとエミリア様次第ってとこですね。それで、3つ目にすごいのが来そうなんですが。バカね。バルスにラムがどうして賭けに乗る気になったか黙っておくことよ。ラムの最後の爪だけは譲れない。
Huh.
Interesting.
Oh, is this the... Yeah.
A reuse.
The crystal. No, Roswell's
Oh.
here.
千里眼を用いればここにたどり着くことも容易だろうね。君にはエミリア様を待てとそう命じ
Disobeying Roswaal. That's new.
Ah.
It's not something she'd do.
何のために君はここへ来たのか。
You coming here to kick ass.
簡単なことです。魔女の猛襲よ。
Oh, you're right. Though.
Oh.
Kick ass.
From the witch's delusions.
It's not gonna.
He's gonna pull out Harry Potter shit out of her
Roswell's
ass.
the strongest mage
Yeah, I'm
And-
already not prepared for what's gonna
in
happen.
the cap.
気にしてこなかっただけでずっと思っていましたよ。当然でしょ。
当然。まあ、君
She
から
put out like one of those sticks from Harry Potter. Like, what's she gonna do?
You mean a wand? Yes.
The wand, yeah. My
当然。まあ、君からすれば長くなって
Does he gotta moan every sentence?
yeah, it's his character, bro.
ガーフを叩きのめしたのはラムの目的のためとガーフのバカさを強制する2つの意味がありました。ラムなしであの連中はどうするつもりだったのやら。
結果的にうまく回った感は否めないね。最後の一勝負でスバル君も綱渡りな賭けを選ぶものだよ。
ですが、間がいいことだけがバルスの取り柄でした。
That's the only thing.
その唯一の取り柄に
Alright.
Subaru's timing.
It's got. At least he's got something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
お持ちですね。
The book.
Oh.
最後の勝負と銘打った場で、ロズワール様が自ら動かれる局面で、あなたが何より頼りとする英知の書、それを手にしていないはずがない。
忘れたことはなかったよ。君と私の間に交わされたたった一つの制約を。
剣を握る者は剣に、魔にすがる者は魔に、炎を委ねる者は炎。
そして鬼に願う者は鬼に、よりどころにしたそれに滅ぼされる。だったね。
Oh.
その時が来たわけだ。望みをなくした私を君に差し出すという制約の履行を。
Is Roswaal a demon?
手柄となった私でよければ。
No way.
That'd be crazy. I wouldn't be surprised, but that'd be kind of crazy.
君の王法はようやく果たされる。何せ
The book.
おー。
したくもない忠誠を誓って過ごさなければならなかったんだ。
Roswaal.
Wait.
Oh, big.
You had
Big
no
break in the
choice
story now.
But to swear loyalty against your will
Against the
to
man
one
who
of the
destroyed.
men who destroyed your homeland.
So
He
Roswaal destroyed. Yeah. That's
Roswell
what it
destroyed.
is. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. She lives with him now too. That's even
Put him
crazy.
down, Ram. Put him down.
It's gonna be who's Ram pretty soon.
Stop, Zach. Stop. I always had my
Just watch.
suspicions about that.
Oh, whoa! Go back! What was that? What was
What?
that? Some flew into the
was-
air. What?
That was
The
when,
horn?
That was her horn.
Ram
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
took off Ram's horn.
Um.
Oh, you do have to losing your horn.
What a dick.
Oh, Roswell. It's-
Oh, what's going on?
Yep. What about her?
Hmm.
Oh, he's gonna use that as like a catalyst. Oh, the weather. He's gonna make it snow
Oh, yeah.
and attract the
This is how it
rabbits.
happens. This is how it happens.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Alright.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, does she have someone with her?
Puck? Is it Puck? Yep, there you go.
Ah,
Yep, there it
Ah.
is. I knew it.
aha. Okay.
Fucking Harry Potter versus Lord Voldemort.
Bruh.
Here we go. Hmm.
Let me guess, this is the end of the episode.
No, it's a little bit more.
Can't be.
Doubt it.
No, it's the end.
No,
No, I told you.
we could see a bit
Told
of a
you.
mansion. Little girl Petra. Oh, ah, come on, Petra.
Elsa's already there.
No, she can't be. She better not be.
Well, it seems like a lot of those doors are open.
Yeah.
Ah, come
There
on.
you go.
Come on.
Predictable,
Oh,
Jordan.
well, we're fucked now.
She's not supposed to be here yet. I thought. Where's Frederica?
Probably
Dead.
dead already.
No.
Imagine. Oh, there we go. The classic
But-
line.
So can we classify her as a pedophile if she really likes this
Stop
girl that
it.
much?
No, what?
Yeah, see, Frederica. Boom.
Move, bitch! Stop standing there.
Wait,
That's kind.
wait.
That's
I know
kinda
she's
weird.
not. She's no match for Elsa, though.
Someone's gonna die, man. It's gonna happen.
Oh, with the Reinhard. She almost died. by
Oh,
him.
you think so? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Petra, get out of here. Just go.
Why
don't
she's
wanna
still
see you die.
standing there?
Just go, Petra. Go. Oh, she wants to help Rim, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Beatrice somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
How about Maylie, the other little girl
Um,
with the bats and whatnot? Must be
I think the
around
producers
somewhere.
forgot about her.
you think she's gonna pop up?
I'd be surprised if she's not. She doesn't pop up. Oh, she's still searching for a rim. Okay.
No, for
Is
Beatrice.
she, yeah, I was gonna say, is she looking for Beatrice?
No, Beatrice.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it happens.
Handkerchief.
Oh yeah. Gotta
Minding
keep
her
pushing.
Subaru. You don't worry,
And they're
Subaru's
here.
coming. Probably right behind you. Yeah, I.
Yep.
Of course. Ah,
Yo, Subaru, you got a smile on your face. They're about to die upstairs.
That is true.
Subaru.
Get moving.
Let's go. He's got his freaking powers, new powers. He can use.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
freaking,
Garfield.
What about that sword guy? What's...
Reinhardt?
No, the other one.
Other sword guy?
That worked for that green-haired woman. Where's he?
Oh, Wilhelm?
Wilhelm? Oh, did
Oh,
he
the
die?
old dude who avenged, got killed the beast
He
that
got
killed his
he
wife.
killed the whale. Yeah. Did he die?
I think he. No, he
He's
didn't die.
alive.
He's
Now
definitely
he's alive. Where
He's
the hell
just
is he, man?
he's fucking off somewhere. Probably living life happily for once.
Maybe.
He's at
Probably
peace.
just helping Krush,
That's true. Forgot it.
I guess.
Reinhardt, though. Yeah, I guess he'll come by.
The Bow Hunter.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Ah.
here we go.
Must be a real shock for Frederica.
That is
They haven't seen each other in a while.
very, very long time.
Oh, and he's got his gauntlets, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come.
Oh, get fucked.
Also, just standing there, just watching. I guess. Prime opportunity.
Oh, yeah, that's just how anime works. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
In reality, this scene is like 3 seconds.
Yeah, they'd both be fucking dead.
Yeah.
Garfield versus Elsa.
All
Oh.
right. Oh,
Bitch in black.
she doesn't care at all.
Yeah, Elsa's just vibing. She's like, yeah.
Hey, she just
All the
likes
confidence in the
violence.
world.
So, it
So
was
the name of
Garfield.
this episode.
Yeah.
Reunion of Roars. What were you
Dylan,
saying,
what were you
Dylan?
gonna say?
That the name of this episode didn't even come into play until the last minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kept us wondering.
I was real confused throughout like 90% of that because like, man, the name of this episode doesn't match at all.
It was a bit of a slow episode too, all things
Yeah.
considered. Not
Yeah,
a whole lot of
A lot
action,
of talking in the beginning.
but it explained a lot. You know, freaking Roswaal was the guy that killed Rams. You know,
Yeah, that's huge.
village. That was pretty crazy.
It's huge.
That Ram is Ram and Emilia's talk about Roswaal. That was pretty big too.
So,
And then this.
is Roswaal working with the witch cult then? Because
It's possible.
Witch cult is.
Roswaal might be the one controlling the witch cult. Maybe.
That's something to think about.
They also brought up they did bring up. I feel like this is important. Roswaal was talking about like
Mhm.
you something about a demon, like
Oh,
when she was talking about killing him, and she was like he was like, you get controlled by a demon, you die being controlled by a demon, or something
yeah,
like
I might
that.
have to rewatch that little segment.
So I think I've got a feeling he's got some weird demonic stuff going
He
on.
might have some something going on.
I think we were right about him being not the best character. But yeah, all in all, that was pretty cool. Good
Still got a
episode.
little, we still got a little left actually. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
apparently,
Oh,
30
Beatrice,
seconds.
yeah. Just reading the book.
Oh, it's probably Subaru. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he has to save her because
Yeah.
she's waiting for that person.
Mm.
That's it.
Just stop like that. Damn, that wasn't subtle at all.
That's very immediate.
But yeah. Alright, so
wanna
next episode's probably gonna start out with
Now
Beatrice stuff.
the ending of this episode got me hyped for sure.
Oh
for
yeah.
next episode.
Or in all honesty, do you think someone's gonna die next episode? Because it seems like there's gonna be some sort of big
Yep.
fight.
I don't
Someone's
think
gonna
Emma's dying.
die. Because we still have to see Ram, Puck, and Roswaal fight.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then Garfield and Elsa, and then maybe his
Petra?
sister too, maybe. I
Oh,
don't know. I
Frederica?
feel like there's gonna be some crazy stuff going on next episode. I hope we see some action.
Yo, I'm calling it. Rams get biting the fucking dust.
Who's Ram?
Stop. We know who Ram is, okay?
Okay, fair enough.
She hasn't disappeared yet. The next episode will probably just resolve around the two battles and
Yeah.
then Emilia,
See the
maybe
bunnies,
Emilia's
maybe?
trial. Oh, the bunnies.
Yeah,
Freaking
maybe.
bunnies.
Well, only one way to find out. So,
Huh,
one
so-
that asks favors of a demon should die by that demon.
Yeah.
It's either
So who? Yeah.
It's either Roswaal's the demon and Ram's the one asking for help or something, or Roswaal is asking a demon for help and he's going to die from a demon. Those are the two options there in
Definitely.
that conversation. But who knows? We'll find out.
No, I'm
on
glad
the
you
next
caught
episode.
that.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for this episode. We're gonna go straight to the next one. This will be separate videos. Because I'll be doing the light novel stuff as well. So if you want to stay for the light novel comparison, go for it. And if not, thank you very much for watching. And me and Dylan and Zach will see you on the next reaction then.
Yay.
Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the light novel comparison portion of this video. If you are new here, this is part of the video where I will be going through the light novel. We are on volume 14 currently. We're almost done with this volume. But yeah, I'm going to be going through this volume and watching the episode at the same time. And I'm going to see if there was anything interesting left out that they couldn't add in the episode. Any dialogue, missing scenes, maybe interesting monologue, stuff like that. And like I said, we're almost done with volume 14 here. Looks like this episode starts chapter 6 here. See that? Lies to Hope. And there's, I believe, 8 chapters total for this book. No, 7, my bad. There's 7 chapters, and chapter 7 is called a Howling Reunion, which is what this episode is called. So I assume, no, this episode's called Reunion of Roars, actually. pretty similar either way. So I assume with this episode, they'll probably be closing out or finishing adapting Volume 14 here. Now, I didn't plan on it, but I will also be covering or comparing Volume 15 once we get to this point. Originally, I was just gonna do these comparison parts up until we finish Volume 14, but someone left a comment saying that there was a good amount missing from Volume 15 here, so I definitely want to see that. And if people, I'm sure the small amount of people who watch this part of my videos would be interested in me comparing this. And of course, I'm already so late on uploading these, so I mean, I might as well do it either way. So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna be reading along here, and once I find something that's worth noting, I will cut to that part, and yeah, see you guys then. Alrighty, so I'm actually almost 13 minutes in. I haven't really found too much difference, too many important things that were left out. Of course, there is dialogue here and there, like with Subaru and Otto and Garf. They're with everyone, the villager and stuff. There's some extra dialogue, but I don't think there was anything there that warrants me putting it into this video. But I did find something interesting, in my opinion. Some extra dialogue in the book that didn't show up in this episode, I don't think. And, excuse me, it appears in this conversation with what's happening with Emilia and Roswaal. And this part, which I am about to read, is right after when Emilia is telling Roswaal that Subaru is nothing like him. You know, how they're not the same person at all. So here we go. So his gaze was trained toward both of Emilia's eyes, as if trying to keep the keen emotions under his makeup, under his ornamental smile, from reaching his face. That was how she knew. Roswell's mental state was far too conflicted to decipher. He was wise, and Emilia felt like he lived in a world utterly beyond her comprehension. But that instant, she realized something. That perhaps the true reason that had caused Roswaal to come to this place might be, and she says this, Roswaal, could it be that you wanted to make me do something horrible? That possibility abruptly came to her mind. The instant she put it on her lips, she could think of no other reason. Pushing himself to come while deeply wounded, intermingling words of congratulations with insults, speaking maliciously that he had expected nothing of her, and on top of that, mocking Subaru. It was one uncharacteristic behavior piled upon the next. It's like you want to make me angry so that I'll punish you. Then he says, purely to get this out of the way, I happen to dislike pain. I would think everyone dislikes that, says Emilia. Then, more to the end of this page, I believe it's the same dialogue here in the anime in this episode. How he respects her decision, whatnot. Well, dialogue's not exactly the same, but it's the same meaning behind them, I guess. But yeah, I thought that was a little interesting. That's what Emilia was thinking in this moment. This doesn't at all confirm that Roswell's intention was to die from Emilia. Because I don't know exactly. Because, I mean, he said himself he has the advantage, so I don't think he'd just want to die or give up like that. But again, who knows? Roswaal is one interesting fellow. And yeah, this is the one thing so far that I thought was somewhat interesting to put in. I'm going to continue on here, almost halfway through this episode. And I'll cut to the part where I can find something else. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so actually continuing on here, adding to the last bit. I think this is a page or two after. I'm only 15 minutes in, but when these two are talking, a little after, actually pretty much right after this in the anime, how much of our conversation did you hear? Ram says. I'm not sure if this first part of dialogue is in this episode. I can't remember, but so I'm just gonna read it anyways from here. So Roswaal, what From what point did you observe Ram and Lady Emilia's conversation? I had some rather sharp words with young Subaru and the others, you see. I wanted to see Lady Emilia's state for myself, and so I saw you bending your knee before her. You were quite the actress yourself. Roswaal seemed quite impressed when he replied to Ram's question. In other words, Roswaal had seen Ram give her respects to Emilia and asked for her one precious wish to be granted. And having seen it and engaged in his exchanges with Emilia as a result, he was now thanking Ram for her efforts. Had Lady Emilia given in to provocation and attempted to inflict harm upon me, victory or defeat in the contest would have been determined in short order. Or perhaps the circumstances seemed somewhat too favorable. He'd meant to stimulate Emilia's anger and turn it towards him. Emilia had interpreted it as a desire for her to hurt him. In that, she had been correct, so that is what Roswaal was planning on here. He wanted Emilia to inflict harm upon him. Let's read on here. I haven't read all this, so this is still kind of new to me. Where Emilia was wrong was that he did not desire this because he wished to receive his punishment. Roswaal merely wanted to do his utmost to fulfill what was recorded in his magic tome. The royal selection existed for that purpose. The sanctuary existed for that purpose. He existed for that purpose. Garfield's grief, Rizu's and Shima's long-standing desires, Frederica's devotion, Subaru's melancholy, Emilia's sense of guilt, even Ram's feelings. These were all things he used to accomplish the magic tome's desired result. So, was him getting harmed written in the tome then? Is that what this is getting at? And it didn't act out that way? So anyways, it continues on here. Young Subaru and the others head towards the mansion, leaving the sanctuary to Lady Emilia. At a glance, this action appears skillful, but it is a poor move. Seeing nothing but what one wishes to see is a habit anyone would term a vice. That's not one I would wish for young Subaru to acquire. So actually, I'm gonna make sure that I'm just not reading this for no reason in case this is said in this episode. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this conversation lasts a bit shorter compared to the book. So I will continue reading on here. Okay, so where was I? It is not one I wish for young Subaru to acquire. We know that he's trying to form Subaru into a certain person. I guess he's trying to form Subaru into a person like himself, as we know. So he doesn't like these traits that Subaru's showing. So what do you mean by this? Ram asked. I did not expect that Garfield would join Subaru's side. This also means his removal from the sanctuary side of the board. If his troublesome eyes are closed, I will draw nearer to my objective in a way that hasn't been possible until now. So it seems Roswaal is just able to adapt to this situation he's been placed in. I heard you cooperated with them on the Garfield matter. Of course, I understand that you believe this to be a good thing. Your feelings run deep. I've taken them into account as well, of course. Now that little dialogue was added in this episode. Ram was hanging her head as Roswaal walked over, gently patting her shoulder. Through his palm, Roswaal conveyed an immense amount of trust towards Ram. The touch of his fingertips sent Ram's heart beating faster within her chest. Touching him, exchanging words with him, doing whatever he commanded, these actions filled Ram with feelings that were the pinnacle of happiness. It was no exaggeration to say that they were what gave her meaning to her life. It is what she lived for. The instant she had the thought, Ram ignored the slight gap it created in her heart. That moment, she could not humor that hollow sensation, because as we know, she disobeys Roswaal when he tells her to stay here. Master Roswaal, what do you intend to do from here? This was in the episode. What do you intend to do? rain here for Emilia. Okay, and that's it. From that point on, the book is the same. Then in the book, Ram goes to where the original Ryuzu is, right? Yes. I'll see if there's any differences here. Alright guys, I'm going to take a break now. I'm going to record the rest of this tomorrow. I've been recording for about an hour. This light novel stuff takes quite a while, so that's one of the main reasons why the videos are so late. But the next time you see me here, I will have a haircut actually, so I'll look quite different, so just be prepared for that. Long overdue haircut. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a second, and we'll continue on. Alright guys, I am back, so let us continue on here. I believe I left off right after the whole thing with Roswaal and Ram, jeez. Ram, not Ram. So I will now cut to the part where I find some interesting things that may have been left out, if there are any. So far there has been too much stuff. So yeah, let's see what we can find. So, excuse me. Just finished going through this whole segment here with Roswaal and Ram once again before their fight, and I could not really find anything in particular worth noting, to be honest. There's some extra dialogue here and there, but again, nothing that warrants me to put it in this video. It does mention though in the book that her Ram's body needs Roswell's support to live, and I guess that's kind of why she's been serving him for so long, knowing all the stuff he's done to her home and whatnot. And I mean, in season 1, it does hint at that. It pretty much shows Ram sitting on Roswell's lap and Roswell giving her mana. I believe that's what was happening. It also mentions that Ram really doesn't know anything about this, about their relationship, about what happened. Because I believe Ram was knocked out. I can't remember, it's been so long. But yeah, I'm going to continue on here. Looks like we're going to get to the mansion bit. Going to be a lot of fighting and stuff, so I'll see if I can find anything, and I'll cut to that part. Also, starts chapter 7 as soon as we get to this next part, which is the final chapter for volume 14. So actually, immediately at the start of chapter 7 here, there's some missing stuff with Petra and Frederica before this assault on the mansion by Elsa. I don't know if this will be too important, but it's stuff missing, so I'm going to read it anyways for anyone who is interested. It's probably be a little long one. So, here we go. Start from here. How and why had things turned out that way? Until a few brief hours before, the mansion was an ideal workplace for Petra. She'd been in awe of the mansion to begin with, and the maid outfits were cute and wonderful too. Frederica, the one instructing her, was kind, and the mansion was connected to someone she was faintly fond of. It was perfect. That perfect world, enveloped by admiration and dreams, was now so frightening that it nearly froze Petra's heart. The night when everything changed had been just like the previous day until darkness fell. After her evening meal, she tried to bring Beatrice's untouched meal to her, wiped down the girl named Rem, who continued to sleep in her room, and went to Frederica's own quarters to hear her assessment of that day's work. After that, she bathed, returned to her own assigned personal room, and slept in preparation for the next. Petra, please wake up, Petra. Miss Frederica. Feeling that someone was shaking her body and hearing a voice speaking to her, Petra gently awoke in the middle of the night. When she looked over, Frederica was in uniform, standing by the bed, which made Petra blink her round eyes wide in surprise. It was not surprise that she had been awoken at that hour. Rather, it was obvious tension that Frederica exuded. She remembers that sensation. It was an aura that Petra had several times months ago. Miss, Immediately wiping away her drowsiness, Petra jumped right out of bed. Frederica was a little surprised by the sight, but when Petra, grasping the situation, leaped into her arms, she gently held the girl. Then she stroked Petra's head with her free hand. Petra, listen closely. Head outside to the dining hall's kitchen door. Do it quietly without a sound, but as quickly as you can. You can do that, yes? I can do it, but Miss Frederica, what about you? I will follow soon enough. Once we are outside the mansion, run as far as the village. Once I meet up with you safe and sound, how about I let you sleep in a little tomorrow? Speaking as if making a very slight joke, Frederica let Petra go. Petra was still smiling at Frederica as she left a tangible sense of tension spread across her entire body. Something was happening at the mansion, and Petra was helpless to do anything about it. Petra, with that brief call serving as a signal, the pair left the room. The night sky was covered with clouds, and the mansion was submerged in darkness beyond moonlight's reach. Faced with the gloom of the unlit corridor, Frederica squinted, and Petra gently followed behind her. When Frederica narrowed her jade eyes and caught her breath, Petra simultaneously broke into a run in the opposite direction. Dining hall, dining hall. She repeatedly murmured to herself that Frederica had told her. The dining hall was on the first floor of the main wing. Fortunately, by going straight down that particular passage, she would immediately reach it. She'd already memorized the interior of the mansion. Even in the dark, it was an easy win. But just as she reached the passage that stretched from the east wing to the main wing, Petra came right to a halt. If she raced to the main wing, she could rush straight to the dining hall's kitchen door. Frederica's instructions were to flee as far as the village from there. However, Ms. Rem is, and I wonder if that's pretty much where we are right now. Yes, this is exactly where we are. And I'm assuming it's the same onwards. So that was just a little backstory there. Or not backstory, but that was a scene beforehand that happened that they probably just didn't have too much time to include, obviously. So I'll continue on here and see if I can find anything else. And actually, there are a few pages here of a segment that happens when Subaru and the gang are on the way to the mansion. It seems like it's basically just Subaru just talking about the situation that they're in right now, that they will be in. I'm not sure if they're going to add this in or not. I have seen the next episode. Me and the guys reacted to that. We recorded that. And this did not happen. So you know what? Screw it. Screw it. I will read this. It's a few pages. So if you're interested, obviously stick around. But yeah, I will be reading the scene with Subaru, Garfield, and Otto. So let's see here. Let us briefly go back in time, switching to a scene where a dragon carriage was heading to Roswaal Manor. Okay, the people who need to be rescued at the mansion numbered 4 in total, all girls. From the driver's seat of the dragon carriage, which was running at full speed, Subaru lifted up 4 fingers as he gave up his explanation. The landscape sped by as the dragon carriage took advantage of its wind-repelled blessing to race along the neglected road, relying once more on the land dragon who had saved him over and over. Subaru nodded towards his fellow passengers with a dead serious face. There's basically no time to spare, or rather, whatever the timing, the assassins will definitely launch their attack the moment we arrive. We've got to rescue every last one of the 4. So for buying time, there's Sis. That's about it, huh? Man, already been 10 years since I've seen her face. Garfield crinkled his nose with Subaru's words leaving him in an awkward state. He had stayed in the sanctuary, remained there out of stubbornness for many years. No doubt he felt plenty guilty for having pegged Frederica, a traitor, when she had been busy trying to create a place for him in the outside world. Well, just gotta ask you to put that aside with a poof and make up that real fast with a frow. Poof and pshow. General, come on. But on the more serious note, we must really defer our complaints. That said, you truly have not spoken to her even once since the separation. According to Ms. Ram, there did seem to be some comings and goings with the sanctuary, so have you sent a letter perhaps? Me, I didn't send any. And the ones that came, I handed them all to the old hag without reading them. Man, so Frederica really tried. Really tried to get in touch with Garfield, but Garf wasn't having it. He was just blinded by this like false stigma he had towards her. As Garfield made a pouting face, Subaru and Otto went, "Ah," as they covered their faces. His attitude towards his sister was completely 100% that of a child. Their reunion would surely be quite a moving thing to see. I'm worried about Miss Frederica, but the ones in the most dangerous would be Petra. Yeah, I think so. Petra is Roswaal Manor's new maid. She's a sharp cookie with a bright future. Special attention required. Subaru concurred with Otto's opinion. As a matter of fact, Petra projected death rate was 100% unless they did something. Of course, the other three were also in peril, but in Petra's case, her lack of combat ability was a fatal flaw. Now, in terms of being unable to fight back, there was one other in identical danger. There's Rem, Ram's little sister. I'm sure Garfield doesn't remember her, though. Me, I still half don't believe it. You said she's exactly like Ram, a twin? If I've known her for a long time like that, would I really forget? I understand why Garfield found it difficult to swallow, but the attack Ram suffered obliterated her existence, causing even her older sister Ram to forget her. Thinking about that made Subaru's chest tighten as he continued. But there's a silver lining to this. I'm just guessing, but Rem probably isn't a target of the assassins, just from the fact they were hired because Rem fell off the edge of the world. Subaru couldn't bring himself to finish. Otto continued in his place. However, if they did find Miss Rem at the mansion, she would not escape unscathed. Is that not so? Otto's words made him listlessly nod. Subaru understood what he meant. The assassins, Elsa and Maylie, were not good-natured professionals. They were morally bankrupt people who thought nothing of involving innocents. Rem and the people of Erlheim village were thoroughly unsafe around them. We must pray that the opponent does not begin by opening the door to the room where Ms. Rem sleeps. To be honest, I cannot call depending on the enemy a sound plan. I'll be depending on you and the enemy both. That's Subaru Natsuki's reverse Furin Kazan tactical doctrine. Interesting. So cool. I'm guessing that's Garfield. Subaru couldn't deny that the conditions were pretty desperate, but Garfield's eyes were glimmering. This all too fitting reaction pained his heart. But after all the current business was taken care of, he really needed to make some time to give Garfield a lecture about real tactics taught by Sun Tzu. Wow, I never thought they would mention that name. That's interesting. That's pretty cool, man. I believe he was a Chinese general, right? Didn't he write like a book on military strategy or something? I don't know, he's pretty well known, that's all I know. So let's continue on here. And while it was fine and well to imagine a happy, peaceful future, I've got to say that this has been really freaking me out hard. Is this actually helping? We're in a hurry, right? I ain't doing this because I wanna. Subaru's words and oddly indecisive attitude made Garfield clack his fangs in dismay. Subaru understood Garfield's point, but he wanted him to appreciate how it made others feel. After all, that moment, Garfield was outside, leaning into a dragon carriage, participating in the conversation as he held on to the windowsill. Under the windowsill, Garfield was running at full speed immediately. It's one of the dragon carriage wagon's wheels? The soles of his feet were pounding hard into the ground. Of course, this wasn't something he had come up with for no purpose, but I would have loved to see that, man. Look, I defeated an enemy before dragging him into a wagon wheel. So I'm scared about the accidents. If you make one false move and end up getting scattered across the countryside, I'm gonna have PTSD for sure. And then I'll be out of options for the mansions too. What? General, you're a worrywart, aren't you? That's alright, jeesh. See? Stop it, you're killing me. I'll die before you do. Garfield started to play around while still haggling alongside, making Subaru raise a wail in complaint. The beastly boy's grip was strong enough to warp the windowsill. Even knowing there was not even a remote chance of an accident, Subaru felt it was still bad for his heart. Subaru, I think this whole world is bad for your heart. I think everything that happens to you. Either way, Garfield's blessing of the Earth Spirit had no effect unless his feet are on the ground. So let us pass this off as necessary measure to endure Garfield's as close to tip-top condition as possible. But from the outside, this looks like we're doing our best to shake off a guy who's desperately trying to get inside the carriage. Plus, we actually are dragging along a delusional 14-year-old. You do not realize that if anyone saw this, neither truth nor what it seems like would save my reputation, yes? Otto, holding the reins, wailed. Subaru nodded too. It was a supremely strange sight that could get someone reported and pull over, yet there was meaning to Garfield's acrobatic feat. Emilia had used her magic to heal the wounds he'd incurred during his violent battle with Subaru and the others. However, one could not call the mana and blood inside his body that he lost or other measures of endurance fully recovered. This seemingly unjust treatment was an improvised way to supplement those things during the time they traveled between the sanctuary and the mansion. This was to make Garfield's blessing of the Earth Spirit the trump card for the mansion strategy. Garfield's blessing of the Earth? I don't remember him having a blessing. Blessing of the Earth, okay. Also, one last thing, General. We stopped to talk midway, only heard about 3 people so far. Yeah. Garfield lifted up his body and peered into the dragon carriage. He directed the question towards Subaru, but he also sent Otto a questioning look. Otto shook his head, though. Unfortunately, I have not met this final person either, but according to what we have heard from Ms. Shima, she is someone in a somewhat difficult position, it would seem. Bro, did you somehow make someone you hate? I'm sorry. Bro, did you somehow make someone hate you before you even met them? You alright? I'd like to believe that it's not why we haven't had the chance to meet yet. Seeing the disquiet in Garfield's eyes, Otto put on a desperate look as he made his rebuttal. The noisy exchange between the pair was probably an attempt to be considerate towards Subaru. Perhaps, yes, most likely they were trying to discuss a topic that was difficult for him to talk about. The last person is Beatrice. I have to be the one to bring her out. Turning towards the pair, Subaru did not use the timid word probably. He has to bring her out. It was unthinkable to even say it out loud before he acted. He would bring her out. And Subaru had to be the one to do it. Upon learning of her past, that was what Subaru had firmly decided. I'll bring Beatrice out, I'll drag her out, I have to do it. It was none other than Subaru who had absolutely had to be the one. Even if Beatrice refused it, even if she acted like she didn't want it, if that's what the general says, that's how it's going to be. We must really definitely evacuate the nearby villagers too to avoid unforeseen circumstances. I suppose it would be best if I was in charge of this. Presented with Subaru's resolve, Garfield and Otto promised their own cooperation. Subaru had his role to play, and they had roles of their own. Geez, I have 2 seriously dependable people on my side. Thanks, you pair of idiots. You're truly incapable of giving even simple thanks, you single idiot. So actually, didn't this last part happen though in the episode? I believe it did. Because I remember Subaru calling them 2 idiots, and Otto called him a single idiot or something in this beginning part. but they weren't on the carriage, so I'm not sure. Okay, so this next part is basically just Subaru entering Beatrice's domain here. And yeah, this Beatrice thing is only about a page long, so, and there's nothing too different, it seems. And this is actually the end of volume 14, if you see that. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna read these last couple of pages. It's called Afterword. Especially just some words from the author. So I'm gonna read that in case anyone is interested. Hey there, it's your author with two faces, Tape Nagasuki, the mouse-colored cat. Thank you very much for sticking with me one more time through ReZero Volume 14, who is the author who said, it seems like Volume 14 we have 3 pages left for the Afterword. It's been creaking along like that, same as usual. Just as I said in the previous volume, the issues of the past were this focus this time around. Some characters have undergone dramatic changes from the past to the present. Some have not changed at all, for good or for ill, and this tale of the past came out just right. Either way, as you probably guessed, we're finally reaching the climax of Arc 4. By all means, wait with bated breath to enjoy the story's conclusion with events in 2 places, the Sanctuary and Roswaal's Manor, running in parallel. Speaking of enjoyment, the illustration book, which assembles Shinichiro Atsuka's work, sorry, I probably butchered that, on ReZero, goes on sale at the same time of this volume, and this is a special compilation of the first printing store exclusives and his original novella included. The illustrations and the store should be tons of fun. I encourage everyone to buy both. And now it's that time again. In other words, it's time for the customary thanks. This time a lot of people helped me out. Editor, this is a comment I make every volume, but volume 14 was quite an ordeal. I feel like there won't be another volume that will be difficult as this one, but please continue to let me call you in the dead of the night in the future as well. Thank you very much. To Atsuka, the illustrator, thank you for your continued hard work even through volume 14. Had so many new characters who needed to be drawn. Thanks to you, the antagonists really looked the part. Oh, for sure. I love how the characters look. And a certain man's tragedy has a grandness and incomparable impact. I'm very grateful. Plus, with the collection book going on sale along volume 14, it must have worked so much. When I look at the designs you've whipped up, it seriously makes my brain shudder. It makes my heart tremble. Please sign my copy. To Kusano, the cover designer. All the covers so far this volume is the single happiest one of them all. You have produced a masterpiece. Oh yeah, I love this cover, man. This cover is fantastic. I really like it. You've produced a masterpiece. I can also say this every volume, but thank you very much for doing the usual trial and error. It's also so good to have Daichi Matsuse and Makoto Fugetsu keep handling the manga editions. Oh yeah, the manga edition. I have not read any of those. If any of you guys have seen or read the mangas, let me know how they are. Well, I'm sure they're the same thing, but let me know if they're worth getting. After all the production of new anime content has been decided, I'll be relying on both of you for support from here on out as well. Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank you. This is a bit of a sudden topic change, but since it was decided that a new anime episode would be produced, I am indebted once again to everyone related to the anime team. Very honored, so thank you very much. I wonder if this is the OVA. What was it? It wasn't Frozen Bonds, I don't think. It was that other one, where they're at the mansion. It's kind of like a slice of life episode, but it also had some hidden meaning in there because Roswaal was summoning, or some. Roswaal had it's snowing, right? And I believe that was to show the villagers that Emilia was capable of doing that, or something. Maybe I'm completely all wrong. Don't mind me. Beyond that, thank you as always to everyone at the MF Bunko J editorial department and everyone else involved, including all the bookstore employees and distributors. It's truly thanks to everyone involved in this endeavor that I've been able to continue writing while wanting to write. I'm writing up a storm and still having fun. Oh man, I believe he's on what? In Japan, it's like over 20 volumes, I believe. So I wonder if he's still passionate as he was during this volume. And of course, all this is thanks to you readers who have read this book to the end, even reading the afterword. All of you have my greatest gratitude. Thanks as well. Well then, see you next time for volume 15. The part that I wanted to write the most in arc 4 is coming. Now, thank you, Nagasuki. Thank you, my friend, for writing such an amazing series so far. The part that I wanted to write the most in arc 4 is coming. I'm kind of excited for that. I'm really excited for what's about to go down, man. Oh, that's going to be so fun to watch. Well, everyone, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. If you have made it this far, I doubt many people watch this part of the video, to be honest, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy seeing all these little extra things we can find. It's fun. And with that, we have finished volume 14. And like I said at the beginning of this part, I do have volume 15 over there. And so in the next, was it four episodes? The next 4 episodes, I'll be covering volume 15, seeing if we can find anything. I know someone in the comments said there was a good amount left out, so I'm interested in seeing all that. So again, thank you all very much for watching. This took me about 2.5 hours total to do all this part, so if any of this was interesting to you, then that's all I can really ask for. So that'll be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next few reactions. Peace.